Imagine, if you will, just a cinematic landscape that is utterly dominated by corporate
Oh,
conglomerates.
absolutely.
Right. Like hundreds of millions of dollars poured into single movies. Armies of visual effects artists locked in windowless
Yeah,
rooms.
working around the clock.
Exactly. Marketing campaigns that cost more than, I don't know, the GDP of small island nations.
Seriously, it's ridiculous.
And then, out of the absolute darkness of the independent underground comes a movie made for roughly the price of a mid-tier sports car.
Wow. Yeah,
$250,000, no studio backing,
zero.
no legacy PR firm,
Yeah.
just a guy, a bucket of liquid latex, and a villain who smears mashed potatoes on a wall before committing unspeakable acts of violence.
It is so wild when you frame it like that.
Right. And somehow, this micro-budget, incredibly grimy splatter project doesn't just turn a profit, it brings the Hollywood legacy horror system to its knees.
It really did.
It becomes the defining cultural horror phenomenon of the 2020s. Welcome, everyone. You are listening to another incredibly deep dive on Off the Record.
It is the ultimate David and Goliath story, really. I mean,
Right.
if David used a rusty hacksaw instead of a slingshot.
Yeah, that's a very apt metaphor.
So today, we are taking you on a forensic, highly analytical deep dive into the evolution of the Terrifier franchise. And more specifically, the anatomy of its central antagonist, Art the Clown.
The man of the hour.
We are going to unpack exactly how a property built a surprisingly dense, internet-age cult mythology, completely bypassing the traditional gatekeepers of the entertainment industry.
Which is almost impossible these days.
It is. It's a masterclass in grassroots fandom, tactile craftsmanship, and understanding the psychology of the modern, desensitized internet consumer.
I am so ready to get into the mechanics of this, but before we begin dissecting the clown, we have some essential production housekeeping.
Right, of course.
We must acknowledge our director, Ryan Thomas.
Yes, we must.
Ryan has meticulously curated today's source material for you, pulling from a vast array of critical analyses, Reddit lore threads, and production histories, just to give us the full picture.
He has. He really has. And furthermore, per his incredibly specific, almost tyrannical production standards, he has provided us with an incredibly strong multi-course cocktail flight
Oh, yeah, he did.
and a rather massive, rich meal to consume in tandem with our recording today.
It smells amazing in here, honestly.
It does. The pairings are, well, he claims they are thematically resonant with the escalating madness of the franchise.
Thematically resonant. I love that.
I am currently looking at a visually striking, heavily alcoholic red concoction with a rather intricate garnish.
It looks dangerous. It looks like actual blood.
It really does.
And as is tradition with Ryan Thomas's strict protocols, he requires a vocal warm-up before we dive into the material.
Ugh, right.
Just to ensure our enunciation of complex cinematic terminology is absolutely crisp. So if you'll indulge us for just a moment while we appease our director.
Ready? Ready, let's get it over with.
Liam Neeson's niece, Lisa Neeson, recently leased a really nice Nissan.
Liam Neeson's niece, Lisa Neeson, recently leased a really nice Nissan.
Flawless. Now, one final point of business before we get down to the actual dissection. We want to professionally plug the official Off the Record YouTube channel,
Yes, please listen to this part.
which is HamOTR. We highly encourage you to pause this audio right now, navigate to HamOTR, and like and subscribe.
Do it right now.
Your engagement is the lifeblood of this program. It allows us to continue providing you with these highly detailed forensic deep dives.
Truly, like and subscribe. All right, let us begin by establishing the foundational history.
Let's do it.
Because to understand the current cultural dominance of Art the Clown, you have to look past the recent theatrical successes and trace his origins.
Which go way back.
They do. They actually predate the feature films by nearly a decade.
Oh, wow, yeah.
This wasn't an overnight viral sensation. It was a long, grueling, independent grind by the creator and director, Damien Leone.
Let's walk the listener through that timeline because I think it highlights exactly how organic this growth was.
Yeah, please do.
Leone didn't pitch a cinematic universe to a board of executives. He introduced this character in a 2008 short film called The Ninth Circle.
Right, which was super low budget.
It was brief, it was raw, but the seed was there. He then revisited the character in a 2011 short, literally titled Terrifier.
Right.
Both of those early foundational proof-of-concept pieces were eventually woven together into the 2013 anthology film All Hallows Eve.
Which is sort of a cult classic in itself now.
Exactly. And that serves as Art's first real feature-length, or at least feature-adjacent, appearance.
What is crucial to analyze here is that the core DNA of the character, like the specific traits that would eventually terrify millions, they were already established in those early low-budget iterations.
Even back then.
Even back in 2008, Art possessed this mute sadism. He utilized an exaggerated mime-like physicality.
Oh, the mime stuff's so creepy.
It's deeply unsettling, and he had this unnerving tendency to oscillate wildly between physical comedy and sheer, unadulterated brutality.
Which is such a weird mix.
It really is. Originally, he was portrayed by an actor named Mike Gianelli before the role was essentially elevated to its current iconic status when David Howard Thornton took over in 2016.
And Thornton taking over in 2016 is genuinely the turning point where the character goes from being a scary concept to a fully realized nightmare.
Completely agree.
But let's unpack those character traits you just mentioned. Because when you look at traditional slasher villains, you know, the Mount Rushmore of horror.
You're Michael Myers, you're Jason Voorhees.
Right, exactly. They rely heavily on stoicism. They are unmoving, unrelenting, blank slate forces of nature.
They're just walls.
Yeah, the terror comes from the fact that they're essentially walking brick walls. Or, conversely, you have someone like Freddy Krueger or Chucky.
Who never shut up.
Right. They rely on verbal menace, one-liners, and constant quips.
Precisely. The genre is historically bifurcated. It's either the silent juggernaut or the wisecracking demon.
Yes.
Art the Clown completely shatters that dichotomy. He does neither.
He's his own category.
He communicates entirely through expression, gesture, posture, and this deeply uncomfortable, prolonged eye contact.
The eye contact is the worst part.
It is entirely performance-based. If I had to categorize it, I would call it a vaudevillian theatricality applied to a grotesque context.
Vaudevillian theatricality. I like that.
Right, like he grins, he pantomimes, he dances, he mocks his victims, not with words, but with his body.
I was thinking about this while reviewing the sources, and I want to bounce an analogy off of you.
Go for it.
Imagine if you took the legends of the silent film era, someone like Buster Keaton or Charlie Chaplin, whose entire livelihood depended on conveying complex emotional narratives through physical movement alone.
Okay, I see where you're going.
No, imagine you stripped away their humanity and replaced it with the soul of a demonic serial killer.
Wow.
That is Art the Clown. You get the meticulous setup of a slapstick routine, but the punchline is a decapitation.
That is incredibly accurate.
Right. So here's my question for you as we analyze the mechanics of fear. Is it his silence that paradoxically makes him louder and more terrifying than a traditional slasher?
That's a great question.
Because he gives the audience absolutely nothing to reason with.
That is a phenomenally astute point. Yes, absolutely. You have to think about human psychology.
They lay it on me.
The silence creates a vacuum, and human beings are fundamentally, biologically terrified of a vacuum.
You want answers.
We crave information to assess threats. When a killer speaks, even if they are saying something horrific, you understand their motive.
Right.
You understand the rules of engagement. When a killer is completely stoic, like a shark, you understand they are just a biological machine operating on instinct.
It's predictable in a way.
You can rationalize it, but
Yeah.
art is emotive without speaking.
Yeah, he's very expressive.
He is clearly feeling things. He is reacting. He is taking joy. He is acting petty.
Ooh.
And David Howard Thornton, I mean, let me just take a sip of this first cocktail here.
Go.
Wow, that has a bite. Thornton is just a brilliant fuck.
He really is. The physical control is staggering.
He genuinely is. He's studied classic mime work, and it shows in every frame.
You can tell.
He brings this horrifying elasticity to the role. It's not just a guy in a mask walking slowly.
No, not at all.
It's a fully realized, hyper-physical performance that forces you to watch his body language intently just to understand his intent.
Which logically leads us into the architecture of the 2016 feature film Terrifier.
Right, where Thornton really cemented the legacy.
And the franchise laid its cornerstone. Let's dissect the structure of that 2016 film, because I think a lot of people misunderstand why it worked so well.
I agree.
Narratively, it is aggressively minimalist. It is essentially set on Halloween night, and it basically follows two women trapped inside a dilapidated abandoned building being hunted by Art.
That's the whole movie.
That's the entire plot. There is no B story. There is no complex mythology introduced.
None.
It is a massive, unapologetic throwback to the exploitation slashers of the late 1970s and early 1980s.
It completely strips away all the modern conventions of horror that audiences had grown accustomed to.
Yep, no safety nets.
There's no complex lore dump. in the first act. There's no trauma metaphor.
It's so refreshing.
It relies entirely on oppressive crime, a feeling of inescapable isolation, and constantly escalating violence.
Which is intense.
And to understand the 2016 film, we absolutely have to talk about the practical effects.
Oh, we have to.
The film's reputation within the horror community was largely solidified by an infamous extended hacksaw murder sequence involving a victim suspended upside down.
Yeah, that scene, it is an absolute endurance test for the viewer.
It really is.
It really pushes the boundaries of what is acceptable even within extreme horror.
It does. But it's fundamentally essential to the franchise's identity.
How so?
You see, Damien Leone has a deep, passionate background as a makeup and special effects artist.
Right.
He prioritizes tactile, practical gore over computer-generated imagery. We're talking about tangible severed limbs, incredibly detailed scalping sequences, exposed bone built from resin and latex.
It's an art form.
The tactile nature of it directly evokes the legends of the genre. You know, the godfathers of gore like Tom Savini or Lucio Fulci.
Legend.
It's an obsessive, almost reverent dedication to physical detail.
It's real. You can literally feel the weight of it on screen.
Exactly.
And, thinking about Leone being in his garage, mixing the fake blood, sculpting the prosthetics, it's a dying art.
It really is.
And taking a sip of whatever this incredibly strong concoction Ryan made us it actually makes me a little sad, honestly.
Sad. Why does an upside-down hacksaw murder make you sad?
No, not the murder, the practical effects.
Oh,
Because it's a dying art. It's just heartbreaking,
Yeah.
CGI it's a modern tragedy. It really is.
I mean, I see your point.
You watch these massive $100 million studio movies today, and the blood isn't blood.
Yeah.
It's just pixels.
Yeah, it looks so fake.
It's a bunch of zeros and ones programmed by some exhausted, underpaid visual effects artist in a windowless room trying to meet a deadline.
It's depressing.
It has no soul. Practical effects, the latex, the Caro syrup, the physical mechanism failing on set and having to be fixed with duct tape. It has a soul.
It's tangible.
The death of practical effects in modern Hollywood it breaks my heart a little bit.
You're entirely right to be sad about that. It's the corporatization of art.
Exactly.
Mainstream studios are full of lazy fucks who just want to point to a green screen and say, we'll fix it in post.
Yes, they don't care.
They don't want to put in the actual physical, messy work on set to build a prosthetic. They don't want to respect the craft.
It's a shame.
You know who isn't lazy, though?
Oh.
Ryan Thomas, our director.
Oh, right.
I mean, just look at this drink he made us. Look at the precision of the garnish.
It is very precise.
It's meticulous.
Yeah.
The flavor profile is incredibly complex. He's an exacting, controlling perfectionist.
He sure is.
And honestly, his demand for excellence makes me so angry sometimes.
Angry.
He sits out there behind that soundproof glass with his perfect posture, and he just judges our pacing.
I mean, that's his job.
He's such an arrogant, but God, he has really beautiful eyes. Have you noticed his eyes?
He has very striking eyes. Very deep.
I kind of want to kiss him.
Wait, what?
I really do. Just march out to the booth, grab him by his incredibly well-tailored collar, and push him against the soundboard.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway.
Hollywood. Hollywood is lazy.
Right. Yes. Hollywood lazy.
Yeah.
Very lazy.
Yeah.
So bringing our analytical focus back to the structure of the 2016 movie,
Yes, let's refocus.
we need to talk about the ending. Let's talk about the ending of the 2016 movie, because this is where the entire paradigm shifts.
It really does.
Up until the final 10 minutes, it's just a gritty slasher. But there is a ritualistic theater to Art's actions.
Very much so.
He isn't just killing for the sake of killing. He is reacting emotionally to his own brutality. He is putting on a show for an audience of none. Yes, the ending. The climax, where Art is finally cornered by the heavily armed police.
Right.
And instead of filing them, or allowing himself to be captured and subjected to the justice system, he commits suicide.
He shoots himself.
He shoots himself in the head.
Exactly. He shoots himself. And as a viewer, you think, okay, the human serial killer is dead. The nightmare is over. The credits are going to roll.
That's what you assume.
But then the body is taken to the morgue and the power flickers and he resurrects.
Such a great scene.
And this is the pivot. This is the exact moment where the entire franchise shifts on its axis. He transforms from a highly resilient human serial killer into a metaphysical entity.
Metaphysical.
Yeah.
That's the absolute key to understanding the longevity of this franchise.
It changes everything.
Damien Leone does something incredibly intelligent here.
Yeah.
He deliberately withholds the definitive answers.
He doesn't explain it.
He introduces the supernatural element, but he refuses to explain the rules. He creates a massive question mark that acts as pure fuel for fan engagement.
Metaphysical. I really love that word.
It's a good word.
It's so profound, isn't it? Metaphysical, beyond the physical plane. He's
Right.
not just meat and bones and latex anymore. He is operating on a metaphysical level. It just changes the whole texture of the conversation.
You should have some more of this drink. It's quite good.
Oh, I am. I definitely am.
But yes, the ambiguity is the marketing strategy. Is art a demon? Is he a formerly human man who has been possessed?
Is he an alien?
Is he simply an avatar, a flesh vessel for an ancient evil? Leone teases the answers with little breadcrumbs, but he never confirms them in the text of the film.
Which drives people crazy.
And this is exactly what sparked the massive Reddit theorizing. The internet horror lore communities absolutely latched on to this vacuum of information.
Because human nature dictates that they need to know. The internet cannot abide a mystery.
They have to solve it.
But I have a question for you. A really deep philosophical question about the mechanics of horror.
Okay, I'm ready.
If you explain the monster, if you put the lore on a spreadsheet and say, art is exactly this type of demon, hailing from this specific circle of hell with these exact weaknesses, does the monster stop being scary?
Oh, that's interesting.
If you definitively define the metaphysical, does it just become physical again? Does it become mundane?
Wow. That's actually a really profound question.
Right.
If you demystify the nightmare, wait. Because you look at the little pale girl entity, right?
Oh, yeah, her.
This is where the lore gets dense. She shows up later in the franchise, and she's directly connected to the satanic imagery from the Ninth Circle, that original 2008 short film.
It all connects.
So some of the most prominent theorists on Reddit believe that there is a massive hidden cosmic war happening in the background of these movies.
It's a cosmic war.
A literal metaphysical war between angelic forces and demonic corruption, and art is just a foot soldier.
He's just a pawn.
And the fans, right, the
That's
traditional
it.
slasher fans, they are just there for the practical gore.
Yeah, the blood.
But the lore theorists, they're obsessed with mapping out the hidden war. And then the ironic meme communities, wait, what the fuck was I saying?
You were talking about the ecosystem of the internet subcultures.
I was.
The slasher fans wanting blood, the lore fans wanting spreadsheets, and the meme fans wanting jokes.
Oh, right.
You were synthesizing the entire internet reaction beautifully. It was a masterclass in cultural analysis.
Was I? I completely lost my train of thought.
It was brilliant.
This cocktail is, wow. Ryan really poured a heavy hand on the second one. I can feel it behind my eyes.
Yeah, I'm feeling very warm right now.
I was talking about the internet, the ecosystem.
Okay, let's reset. We just need to reset the podcast.
Reset, okay.
We are professionals. We have an outline. We are guiding the listener.
We are guides.
You, the listener, we are guiding you through the darkness. Take my hand.
Wait, what?
No, not you, the listener. You, my co-host. Although your hands are very warm, you have excellent circulation.
Thank you. I take vitamins. You sound really incredibly smart when you use words like metaphysical.
Well,
It really
okay.
suits your voice.
Really, you don't think I'm just repeating it because it sounds cool? Because
it-
sometimes I feel like I'm just saying words.
No, absolutely not. It sounds so fiercely intellectual.
Oh, wow.
When you talk about the mechanics of Reddit lore,
Yeah.
you get this little furrow in your brow. Right there.
I do.
It's very commanding. It makes me want to listen to whatever you say.
Stop it. You're distracting me. We have a job to do.
Right, sorry.
We have to talk about Terrifier 2. We have to guide the listener to the sequel.
Right. Let us proceed to the next analytical phase.
Huh.
The 250K miracle, Terrifier 2.
Okay, so Terrifier 2. This is the moment where the mythology and the cultural footprint just violently explode.
It's huge.
I want to emphasize the economics of this for the listener because it's staggering.
It is genuinely insane.
This movie, which has a runtime of over 2 hours and features massive, elaborate set pieces, was made on a crowd-funded budget of roughly $250,000.
Just unbelievable.
$250,000. I want you to conceptualize that. In Hollywood, that pays for, like, the catering budget on a Marvel movie.
It pays for the snacks.
It pays for the lead actor's trailer. But this film, made for pocket change, earned millions and millions of dollars globally.
It was huge at the box office.
It was an unprecedented viral theatrical success.
And it achieved that success by fundamentally broadening the scope of the franchise.
It got so much bigger.
It wasn't just a sequel, it was an expansion. It introduced a mythic counterforce to art.
Yes, the protagonist.
A protagonist named Sienna Shaw, played brilliantly by Lauren Lavera. She isn't just a standard final girl whose only trait is surviving.
No, she fights back.
She is explicitly framed as a divinely chosen warrior.
She is literally an angelic Valkyrie with a mystical sword forged by her deceased father. It's incredible.
Yes, the resurrective imagery surrounding her character, the literal angel wings she wears as a costume.
The wings, it's so on the nose, but it works so well.
It heavily suggests that this spiritual mythology, this cosmic war we were just discussing, is actively operating beneath all the surface-level gore.
It's all connected.
Art isn't just a random killer clown in a gritty city anymore. He is part of a grand, apocalyptic, symbolic framework.
He's an icon.
It introduces concepts of destiny, inherited evil, lineage, and the tonal whiplash in this sequel is absolutely insane. It takes genuine risks.
It really does, because it goes from the oppressive, nihilistic, grimy realism in the first movie to absolute, unabashed surrealism in the sequel.
Total surrealism.
We are talking dream logic. We are talking bizarre, brightly lit sequences. We are talking absurd comedy.
The comedy is so weird.
Art, I literally can't even say it without laughing.
What is it?
Art smears mashed potatoes on the walls.
Oh my God, he does. He weaponizes domestic slapstick in the middle of a reign of terror.
Mashed potatoes. On the walls.
Yes.
Like a petulant toddler.
It's so absurd.
He's a demonic, metaphysical serial killer, an avatar of ancient cosmic evil, and he's sitting at a family dinner table playing with mashed potatoes.
It's hilarious.
That is honestly the most emotionally resonant, brilliant thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
It really subverts expectations.
It's so profound. It says so much about the duality of man.
Wait, why are your eyes watering? Are you crying?
I'm not crying. I'm just laughing so hard that my tear ducts are malfunctioning.
Are you sure?
Mashed fucking potatoes. And the tiny bicycles. He goes to a laundromat covered in blood and he rides a tiny little tricycle.
That scene is iconic.
It's a masterful tonal contradiction. You're sitting in the theater and you're laughing at mashed potatoes, and then 5 minutes later, someone is being subjected to the most grotesque, drawn-out mutilation you've ever seen on screen.
It's whiplash.
It elevates the entire property into dark fantasy. It's not a slasher anymore. It's a dark fairy tale. But you know what else makes me deeply, profoundly emotional?
What? What could possibly make you more emotional than the mashed potatoes?
The $250,000.
Oh, the budget again.
I can't let it go. Think about Damien Leone. Just think about him as a human being.
Okay, I'm thinking about him.
Just a guy with a dream, a camera, a bucket of fake blood, and some latex.
Very DIY.
No studio executives breathing down his neck, no multi-million-dollar marketing budget, no focus groups telling him what audiences want.
Pure creative freedom.
Just pure, unadulterated, independent spirit. He believed in his weird, gross vision, and he achieved his dreams on a micro budget.
He proved them all wrong.
He bypassed the entire corporate machine. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is the purest distillation of the American dream, and it's built on a foundation of mashed potatoes and severed heads.
I aggressively agree with you. It is a monumental triumph of the human will.
Yes.
Fuck the studio system. Fuck the executives and their glass towers.
Preach.
They wouldn't know genuine art if it walked up and scalped them with a rusty hacksaw.
Yeah.
They are terrified of originality.
They are so terrified.
Wait, I said Hollywood was lazy earlier, didn't I? Did I already make that point?
You did. You called them lazy fucks. It was very poignant.
Well, they are. I stand by it. But Damien Leone isn't. He's a hardworking visionary fuck.
The visionary fuck.
He built this empire with his bare hands in a garage. But you know who isn't sharing this incredibly lavish, multi-course meal with us right now, despite the fact that we are pouring our hearts out?
Ryan Thomas, the director.
Ryan fucking Thomas. Exactly.
Yeah, he's just sitting out there.
He buys all this expensive food. He curates these incredibly potent cocktails. He sets up this whole recording session, and he just sits out there in the booth
Watching us.
with his perfect posture and his beautiful, dark, judgmental eyes.
They are very dark.
Why isn't he in here eating with us? Does he think he's better than us?
He probably does.
I hate him so much, it's infuriating. I just want to march out there and feed him a handful of mashed potatoes. Vigorously.
We should do it. We should find some mashed potatoes and throw them at the glass. A symbolic rebellion.
Don't tempt me. I will absolutely smear starches on his soundproof glass. But no, we have a duty to the listener. We have to finish the outline. We have to guide them to the present day. We have to talk about Christmas.
Right. Christmas, Terrifier 3, ho ho ho. Deck the halls with bowels and holly.
Focus. Breathing.
Right.
Breathing. The third installment is a fascinating pivot because it shifts the entire setting to the Christmas season.
Which is such a vibe.
Now, corrupting a comforting, deeply nostalgic holiday is a classic horror trope, but applying Art the Clown to it adds a completely new layer of nihilism.
It's so mean-spirited.
You take the ultimate symbol of safety and warmth, and you inject pure chaos into it. And the reaction that the international classification boards, the censorship committees, they absolutely lost their minds.
They couldn't handle it.
They imposed incredibly harsh age restrictions, outright bans in certain territories.
But that's the genius of it. The restrictions became the marketing campaign.
Pre-prep.
They didn't need to buy billboard space because the news was doing it for them. Reports of viewers vomiting in their seats, people fainting in the aisles.
Ambulances called to theaters.
Audiences leaving the theaters in tears during the opening sequence. It became a cultural badge of honor to simply survive the movie.
It really did.
It's exactly like the 1970s exploitation film campaigns. We dare you to watch this. Free barf bags with every ticket. It's experiential marketing.
Exactly. It solidifies the franchise's anti-Hollywood rebelliousness.
Anti-Hollywood, yes.
We are currently living in an era of incredibly softened, commercially viable legacy sequels.
Boring.
You know, PG-13 horror movies, carefully calibrated so teenagers can buy tickets and no one gets too offended. Everything is a reboot of a reboot.
Safe. Too safe.
But Terrifier actively positions itself as dangerous.
Yeah.
It is unapologetically transgressive. It wants to hurt you.
Unapologetically transgressive. Yes. That's a very big word. Transgressive.
It is a good word.
Pushing the boundaries. But wait, listen to me. Shh.
Yeah.
Not talking for a second. Listen to me.
I'm listening. I am listening very intently. You're very close to my microphone, by the way. I can hear you breathing.
I have a question. A very valid structural question about the longevity of the franchise.
Hey, me?
What is the ceiling here? Huh? Tell me that.
The ceiling?
If every single movie has to be exponentially more violent, more transgressive, and more shocking than the last one just to maintain the hype, how do they not just run out of shock value?
That's a fair point.
Like, biologically speaking, how much blood is in a human body, they're going to run out of internal organs to destroy. Eventually, the audience just becomes numb to the viscera, right?
That is exactly the point.
Mhm.
That is the central artistic challenge of escalation.
Right.
How do you maintain the narrative tension when the visual shock value inevitably hits a plateau?
It reminds me of Christmas.
Yes. Terrifier 3 is set at Christmas. We just established that thematic shift.
No, not the movie's Christmas, my Christmas.
Your Christmas.
When I was a kid, when I was 8 years old, I wanted a bicycle so badly.
Oh, bike.
Not a tiny clown tricycle like Art rides, a regular, beautiful blue 10-speed bicycle.
A classic.
And I came downstairs on Christmas morning, and there was a box under the tree, a very big Paul box.
You thought it was the bike.
And my heart was pounding, and I tore open the wrapping paper, and it was a vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum cleaner.
My parents had bought a heavy-duty upright vacuum cleaner for the house, wrapped it, and put my name on the tag as a joke.
Are you serious?
I cried for 3 solid hours. The vacuum, it was a literal vacuum of my joy. It sucked all the happiness out of the room.
Oh, my.
Just like you said earlier, humans are afraid of vacuums. I was terrified of that Hoover.
Oh, my God. You beautiful, incredibly sad fuck. Come here.
What?
Lean over the table.
Yeah.
Give me a hug.
Okay.
That is genuinely the most tragic thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
It's so heavy.
A vacuum cleaner. To an 8-year-old. They're monsters. Your parents are absolute monsters.
They laughed so hard.
Worse than Art the Clown. Art would have at least given you a tiny tricycle before he killed you.
It had a really long cord. It was industrial strength. I had to use it every Saturday.
You didn't deserve that trauma. You deserve the world. You deserve a 10-speed bicycle.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
You know, we are doing such incredible, important work right now.
We really are.
This is, without a doubt, the best episode we've ever recorded. The emotional depth we're reaching, the synthesis of cinematic theory and personal trauma, it is unprecedented in the podcasting space.
We are so insightful. I feel like my brain is expanding.
It is expanding.
Actually, I just realized something. I just had an absolute earth-shattering aha moment about the movies.
What is it? Please, share your brilliance with me. Don't hold back.
Art the Clown. I just realized this. He doesn't just kill people.
No. What does he do?
No, he performs. It's almost like a theatrical performance. He's putting on a show for the victims. He's highly expressive. He uses mime.
Holy shit. You are an absolute genius.
Right.
He treats slaughter as interactive entertainment. That completely distinguishes him from stoic killers like Michael Myers. How did you just put that together?
I don't know. It just came to me. The metaphysical vacuum. I don't think anyone has ever pointed out his theatricality before. We are the first people to realize this.
We have to document this. We have to write that down immediately.
Yes, write it down.
Ryan, write that down in the show notes. Theatricality. Wow, we are breaking entirely new analytical ground here. History is being made in this room.
Okay, my head is spinning. We need to bring this to a close. The outro.
The outro.
We have to fulfill our promise to the listener. We have to tell them about the future of the franchise based on our sources.
Right, the listener. You listening to this right now in your car or doing your dishes or whatever mundane task you were using us to escape from.
We see you.
We love you.
Yeah.
Based on the comprehensive sources we have reviewed, the future trajectory of the Terrifier franchise is pivoting heavily toward an occult fantasy epic.
Fantasy epic.
Leone is building larger narrative worlds. We are going to see recurring emotional arcs for the survivors.
Because they absolutely need thematic depth. That answers my question about the ceiling.
Exactly.
They can't just rely on escalating physical violence forever because they will run out of blood.
Right.
So the mythology is going to become much more explicit.
Much more explicit.
The infernal cosmology, the angelic warriors, the 9 circles of hell, it's moving from grindhouse to dark fantasy.
Exactly. But before we sign off, I want to leave you, the listener, with a final, highly provocative thought.
Oh, a provocative thought.
Something for you to really chew on and internalize while you digest this incredibly dense, fiercely academic discussion we just provided for you.
Lay it on them. Give them the metaphysical truth.
If Art the Clown is eventually fully explained by this infernal cosmology, if we learn exactly what demon he is, what his rules are, and how his magic works, will he ascend to the immortal, classic level of Dracula or Frankenstein?
Oh, wow.
Or will the internet's insatiable, ironic meme culture, the endless mashed potato jokes and tiny bicycle gifs eventually defang him entirely?
Yeah.
Can a monster survive being a meme?
Will the memes kill the monster? Wow. My God, that is a heavy thought.
It is heavy.
I honestly need a nap. My brain is too full.
I am so exhausted. I feel like I've run a mental marathon. But I am so profoundly grateful.
So grateful.
I'm grateful for you, listener, and I'm incredibly, deeply grateful for you, my co-host.
Oh, wow.
You're a brilliant, beautiful, sad fuck, and I cherish sitting across from you and exploring these cinematic landscapes.
Oh, stop it. You're going to make me cry again. I cherish you too. Your mind is amazing.
Thank you.
We are legitimately the best, most analytical podcast in the world.
We really are. No one does it like us.
Okay, final call to action. Our mission is complete. Go to Ham OTR on YouTube right now.
Open it.
Open your phone, like and subscribe. We demand it. The lore demands it.
Like and subscribe. And Ryan Thomas, if you're listening out there behind your stupid transparent glass with your stupid perfect hair and your meticulous cocktails,
He hears you.
I am going to march out there right now, and I am going to either completely destroy your mixing board, or I'm going to kiss you so hard in the mouth that you forget your own name.
Oh, my God.
You decide, you controlling gorgeous fuck.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Art the Clown. Good night, terrible vacuum cleaners. Good night, mashed potatoes.
Good night. Drink some water, listener. I love you, Ryan, but I resent you deeply.
End the recording. Hit the button. Metaphysical.